everyone. Welcome to Social 101 with Dr. Jamie Packman. She's here to talk to us about recruiting and recognition in social media. Hi, Jamie.
Hey, Kathy. How are you?
So good. We're so excited to have you on here to just share some of your knowledge and energy. One of the things I love the most about your team is just the energy and the recognition that you're constantly doing. Tell us how that kind of has affected your team.
Thank you. Well, it's just been great. It's really helped with recruiting, and it kind of really started by accident. I had seen some in the UK doing it, and just started in the very beginning, which was probably 6 months ago, starting with social media and just tagging a few people, welcoming them to the team, and it just duplicated through my organization. So it's just been wonderful.
That is so fun. So do you normally tag them on your page, on their page, on a group page? How do you normally do that?
I normally tag on my page. So like if I sponsor someone directly, I'll tag them and welcome them to the team. And then I really have promoted to my group when they sign up someone to let them tag, and then not only tag that person, but tag me also. So that way it's just getting more out there. Another thing that I've really tried to get my team to do is we welcome them and we comment like welcome to the team, because we know that if we get 10 comments for that person, it's going to go to the top of their feed and everyone will see, that's part of their Facebook friends. So anyway, it's just been really great. It helps kick off their business a lot.
I love that. So you welcome them on the team. So when someone signs up, you welcome them. What other types of things do you recognize people on your team for in social?
We recognize almost everything. I was just telling my friend that I have been reading a really good book by Truett Cathy. He's the founder of Chick-fil-A. And he said everyone, if they're breathing, basically needs some type of recognition and to motivation. And I don't think we really get that enough in our regular job if someone is working one of those. And so we try to welcome them to the team when they place their first order. We welcome that first order. Congrats on doing your first order. When they sign up a new person, we congratulate them on their new sign up. We congratulate once they've hit LOI. Any specific, little bitty step that they make, all the way up, we're recognizing. So it's really helped a lot.
Oh, I love that so much. And honestly, I think the energy from your team and just the friendship that comes from relationships and recognition is definitely fun. Now, you told me a story about a football game. Tell us that story.
Well, I live in Southeast Texas, so in the fall, our Friday nights revolve around football, basically. But I had gone to a game and just had recently recognized one of the team members on going lapis, and someone not even in the business had said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that your team member went lapis." What's lapis? They didn't even know what lapis was. But you can see the community is also supporting the team, even if they're not in the business. So that's just been really, really amazing.
Oh, that's so fun. And I feel like sometimes there's all this negative stuff that happens, whether it's in social media or, just in general. So it's fun to just have that positive impact, whether people are in or not in the business, that they can get that, the little congrats and the attaboys on social. I agree that it's so important that people need that. And you said you normally do this on your personal pages and you tag them and then it will show up in their feed. So you teach your team to comment and like these posts. Is that kind of how you help get more recognition with it?
Yes, usually when someone has joined, whoever can see it, which is most the whole team, they'll come in and they'll welcome them also. Welcome to the team. If you need any help, we're here, cross line, sideline, up line, down. It doesn't matter. We're all working together. And I really think that's helped my group a lot, because there might be times someone can't get a hold of me. And I want them to know who else is on the team that they can lean toward to get help if I'm not available right that minute.
I love that. I love the support network that it creates. And do you have a group page that you pull people into for support as well? Or do you kind of just leave it in with your personal pages? How do you handle that?
I did create a group page, and so I try to train on there. I'll try to just anything that I might hear from the company that they might need to hear, and I do support and welcome on there also. And any type of like a pin level or anything that's hit, we support there too. So it's kind of both. We're getting it in on their personal page, and they're getting it in the group page also.
Oh, I love that. What about, how do you tie this? You said kind of that you tie it to product sales through, they just made their first sale or something. Do you find a lot of ties to this with product sales or product usage?
Oh, absolutely. I see a lot, because if someone were to open a traditional business, they would go out in the community and they would let people know. Well, this is letting people know that, hey, someone else joined. And at least for me as a leader, people will come up to me and they'll say, I want to buy a toothpaste. And I'll ask, okay, well, who else have you seen on social media, someone that's your friend that's selling it? And they'll say yes. And so I say, well, why don't you go to them and you purchase? So I try to spread that out through my team, that people aren't just buying from me, but they're also helping if they know someone. That's really helped a lot with tagging too.
I like that a lot. What other advice do you have for leaders like yourself with social media on how to kind of really support your team, and just little things that, whether you stumbled upon it or you saw someone else doing it, but things that you feel have really made a difference for you as a leader with your team in social media?
I would just tell them just to kind of go for it. It's going to be really trial and error. And I had no clue in the beginning. I still a lot of times don't know what I'm doing. And so, but I learned, and I just went out there and just kind of just did it. And just through accident, it's come and it's worked. And so there's some things that may not work, and so that's okay. Well, as a team, we'll do something else, and so it's really, really just trial and error. And it's just so easy. And I think that's a lot of some maybe leaders are trying to make it a lot harder than it is, or trying to complicate, or they might even say, okay, what's your strategy? I really don't have one. We're just going out there and it's trial and error. And if it works, great, we'll do it. And if it's not, then we're going to do something else, And one of the things I see for even my team is that somebody might post a toothpaste and they might sell 40 in 30 minutes. And someone else might post the same thing and they might not get 40. So they might be better off with another product. So we're just constantly trying to figure out for that person, what's their audience.
I love that. And I really like that. Just start doing it. Instead of waiting for the first perfect post or your strategy, just get on social and start having fun. And I think you're probably one of the best examples in our business of, you've been doing the business for 10 years, you said you've been with New Skin, and you just kind of started doing it, and it changed the way that you do the business.
Right.
And I think we can say that it's accelerated your growth, and definitely the fun of the business. If there's one thing that I have watched with you is how much fun you're having with the business. And that's so, I love that. I love knowing that it can be fun, not just tons of hard work, but that you're enjoying and creating that atmosphere for your team,
Right. And I tell my team, if we're not having fun, then we're not doing it right. And I have to give a huge shout out to the UK girls, because I didn't know any of them at all. I just saw them on Facebook. I saw what they were doing. I private messaged them, a few of them, and can you help me? Can you kind of tell me what you're doing? And they were nice enough to kind of tell me what they were doing. And I duplicated that. And some of it, we put a little different spin on it, and it's just worked. And so I just really think it's helping other people. They didn't have any financial gain to help me, but they did. And so now I'm turning around and I'm trying to help other people.
I love that. I love the community that we have with our distributors, and that everybody wants to help everybody, whether it's for financial gain or not. I've seen that a lot, and it makes me really happy. Other thoughts, kind of best advice on anything or parting thoughts that you have for people watching this?
I'm just tell people, if I can do this, anybody can do this, because I am not a social media expert by any means, for sure not technology by any means. I still have to get my kids to help me do stuff. And so if I can do this, and it's really, I hate to say, but it's been so almost easy, just because of out in the community, people seeing other people's names or people who's joined. We have people calling my team or asking, do you have room on your team for me? Can y'all help me? And that's just amazing. It amazes me. And not that we're trying to get people from other types of sales groups or whatever, but I have, like tagged somebody that might have been in another organization, or not an organization, but another business. And somebody will call me and they'll go, oh my gosh, they joined and I knew they did this. They're joining your team. So I kind of look at it like, I'm really open to, they might be in another business, but they might not sell toothpaste, so there's always something out there that someone can expand on.
I love that. And thank you so much for taking the time to help train. We really, really appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all having me.
So thank you. Bye, everyone.